Welcome, I'm Sarah D.
I'm Dr. D.
Today's conversation is going to be introduced by the doctor.
So we started not long ago, like last post, we talked about something called comparative advantage. And we talked about it from the consumption side, which is important because we make decisions about what we're going to consume. Mm-hmm. So we talked about it choosing. Yeah, you still choose
the panda.
The panda, right? So she chooses the panda. And so we talked about it from choice side. Mm-hmm. And we talked about the opportunity cost of choosing the panda was you gave up the value of having the leopard.
The value I placed on the leopard.
You placed on the leopard.
Not the price somebody else priced it at, but the value, how much I cared about it.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Okay.
So that's how we define. So we calculated, we talked about opportunity cost. We're going to move in and we're going to talk about opportunity cost from the production side because producers are making choices also.
Everybody does, right?
So producers are making
Who
choices.
lets them do that?
And so they're going to have opportunity costs of a choice as well.
Right.
They're going to make a choice, and that choice is going to foreclose other opportunity. Yep. And so we've got to think about it in the same sense. And we're going to start with a very simple concept. We're going to start with a very simple concept, and we're going to call it
Did you think I wasn't listening? I focus and I can listen.
Okay, we're going to call it absolute. Economists call it absolute advantage.
I'm glad you don't have a ruler to hit me
yes.
with.
Economists call it absolute advantage, and it's going to give us an excuse for why people would want to specialize in a specific ability and then trade for the other things that they want. So, for example, I went to graduate school and I specialized in economics knowledge.
Yes.
And I teach economics.
I didn't, so I don't.
Right. So you don't. But it's hard to eat economics. And it's hard to stay out of the rain with economics.
Right. Yes,
and it's hard to drive economics.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter how smart or wonderful you were at teaching economics if nobody else did. Yeah.
So I specialize in teaching economics. And from that, I exchange, right? So I produce economic knowledge, and I exchange what I gain from producing that economic knowledge with others for things like cars and food and houses. And so we're going to talk about what generates that. Why do we specialize in trade? Why don't we just all become those survivalists, right?
Or Renaissance men.
Well, survivalists by definition have to be, right?
Yes,
don't they? Right. Yes. So if I'm going to be a survivalist and I'm going to build a compound where I am completely self-sufficient, I can't specialize in anything.
No, you have to be able to do everything. And
Jack of all trades.
Right. Master of
none.
Yes.
Exactly.
I've heard that before. Jack
of all trades, master of none. And the problem is that I don't end up with as much. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. That's what we're going to...
Keep going.
That's what we're going to talk about. And so in order to do that, we have to talk about production. And we're going to talk about production. We're going to talk about production and making two things.
It's a Dr. Seuss game.
A Dr. Seuss game. We're going to make thing one and thing two.
Okay.
And we're going to say that we have an hour.
Okay.
So our resource is the time that we can engage our labor.
Right. That's all we're going to talk about is that resource.
That resource. The only resource. Now, understand. It's a simplification.
Thank you.
One resource. One resource, our labor, 1 hour that we can do it in.
Right.
And let's just talk about you.
Okay.
So you can make thing one.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. And so Sarah D can make thing one. And it takes Sarah D 10 minutes to make a thing one. So she has an hour. How many thing ones can you produce?
6 in an hour.
So let's just say you went and you produced all your thing ones.
Should I put them up here?
Go right ahead.
Oh, this is so fun. You can keep talking.
So you decide to produce all of your thing ones, and so only thing ones. So you specialize in producing thing ones, and you get 6 of them. Mm-hmm. What would happen if you chose to specialize in producing thing twos? Thing two takes you 15 minutes.
Okay.
So how many of them can you produce?
In an hour?
In an hour.
In an hour, I could produce 4, so I should put 4 up here.
Put 4 up there. So the idea is that you could produce 6 thing 1s or 4 thing 2s. But most of us don't want just one thing. Most of us want a mixture of them. So if I've got an hour, if you've got an hour, and you're producing both thing 1s and thing 2s, one of the ways you could distribute that time is I could spend 30 minutes producing thing 1s and 30 minutes producing thing 2s. So how many thing 1s at 10 minutes apiece can you make in 30 minutes?
3.
Okay,
So I just take it down?
take it down. No longer available. And how many thing 2s can you produce in 30 minutes?
I can produce 2.
Okay. Let's say there's another person in the universe.
Dr. D. Let's talk about you.
Let's talk about me. Let's talk about me now. So we can produce, so I can produce thing 1s and thing 2s as well.
Well, yes, because we're both Renaissance.
We're both capable of, but it takes me a little bit longer to produce a thing 1. It takes me 15 minutes to produce a thing 1. No, leave those up.
Oh, okay.
So if it takes me 15 minutes to produce a thing 1,
Thing 1 is yellow.
yellow, how many thing 1s can I produce?
If it takes you, how much?
If I spent all my time producing thing
I
1s,
think I can just put them down here.
okay? If I spent all my time producing thing 1s, I could produce 4 thing 1s. But just like you,
Oh, so I turned it over.
no, just like you,
But you only have.
I want a combination.
Oh, okay. You can only produce 4, but we know you want a combination. So
I want a
you only
combination.
produce 2, and so you would have 2 thing 2s.
So if thing 2s take me 10 minutes to produce, I can produce 3 thing 2s.
Oh,
Because I do have 30 minutes left.
30 minutes left. Okay. Well, so there we go. I'm glad you're here too.
Keep you up on the numbers.
Yeah.
So that's if we decide to produce everything ourselves, so we're self-sufficient. In econ we call that we are autarkic.
Autarkic?
Yeah.
Is that like autocracy?
It's like, yeah, 1.
Ah.
We're a 1. Okay, so there we go. So in the world, if there's just you and me, and I'm producing 2 thing 1s and 3 thing 2s, and you're producing 2 thing 1s,
And 3 thing 1s.
3 thing 1s and 2 thing 2s, how many of each do we have?
How many of each?
Yeah.
Well, I have 3
How-
1s.
What's the
You have
total
3
in the
2s.
world?
Oh, 5.
There's 5 of each in the whole world.
5 total. Thing 1, thing
Right?
2s.
We're working as hard as we can. You're spending your hour, I'm spending
Is that
my
teamwork?
hour. That's teamwork. And we're each, wow, look at that.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's not bad.
Now, what are we talking about again?
We're going to talk about
What's the name of it?
absolute advantage.
So, are we absolutely advantaged here?
So who's better at producing thing 1?
Did we already say that? And I
No,
listen
we
very well?
didn't.
Okay. Well, thing 1, I guess I am.
Because you can make 6 of them.
Yes.
But I can only make 4.
Oh, yeah, 4. Look at yes, 4. Time.
But who's better at making thing 2?
Well, you are because you can produce 6.
I can make 6. And how many can you make?
Of thing 2s in an hour?
Yeah.
You can make 4.
Wimpy 4.
Well, you're wimpy.
Oh, I'm
yellow.
wimpy. I'm wimpy yellow.
Okay.
Yes. Fair enough.
And it makes sense that you're strong in the purple because that's
Yeah,
kind
I'm
of
strong
one
in
of
the
your
purple.
colors.
That's my color. So there we go. I am absolutely better. I am absolutely advantaged at producing thing 2. And Sarah D is absolutely better.
That's me.
Absolutely advantaged at making.
Thing 1.
So what's amazing is we go, oh, Sarah D is absolutely advantaged at making thing 1. Maybe we should have her make all the thing 1.
Okay.
So if you spend your hours making thing 1, how many do you make?
I make 6. in 1 hour.
In 1 hour. And if I'm absolutely advantaged in making thing 2, yeah, that one's not sticky yet.
No.
Neither are the other ones. You have to change the other ones because they're not Sarah D. They're no longer Sarah D. produced. Nope. Says Dr. D. Need to leave it saying Dr. D.
Oh.
I'm producing thing 2. So I'm producing thing 2.
I need colors for the words too. I'm not good at the words. Darn it. Sorry. Okay.
I'm making purple.
So I need to turn this over. These two are the
Yes.
ones I'm turning. Okay.
Those 2 are the ones you're turning. I'm trying to be helpful, but I'm not.
Well, no, you are. I just was trying to
Be faster.
Well, if you got that one, I was going to get this one right after.
Good for you. So there we go.
Who knows?
So now, if you only make thing 1s and I only make thing 2s, how many are there in the world?
There are 12 instead of only the 10.
Yeah, there's 6 of each.
So me doing both and you doing both makes us,
Worse off.
well, yeah, there's less.
But there's less. But what's the problem? Who's making... If I'm making all of the thing 2s, how many thing 2s do you get?
If you're making all the thing twos, then, well, there's a 6 total.
Yes, but I made them.
I know.
So I've got them.
Yeah.
And if you made them, if you made the thing 1s, who has the thing 1s?
Oh.
You have all the thing 1s.
I've got the thing ones and you have the thing twos.
But we like to eat in mixes. Nobody likes to only have a house. People like to have house and food and transportation and entertainment, and we like a mix of things.
Thing 1, thing 2 could be anything. In fact, it could be lots of things.
Right.
Even more than one.
But we like mixes. We like to mix. We don't like to only have one thing. We don't want to have only thing 1.
No, because if thing 1 was water and thing 2 was food, well,
Yeah.
we
It
would.
becomes a problem quickly.
So we have to do what they try to teach in kindergarten
Yeah.
or even before.
So we need to figure out how to
Make
share.
a trade.
Right?
Yeah.
So here's the deal. I might be willing to trade 2 thing 2s to Sarah D.
And then I would trade my 2 thing 1s. Is that right?
I like that. No, we don't have to turn it over. That's fine. Oh, that's fine. Good.
We don't have to turn it
It's
over?
fine.
But it would say the wrong thing if I didn't,
It
correct?
just says the wrong person. Right? This is just who made it.
Oh, the time. But isn't that your time too? Isn't your time 15 minutes for...
And my time is 15 minutes to make it,
Oh.
but it only took 10 minutes for you to make it.
So it's still only 10 minutes.
Right.
It took.
And what
So
happens is now I give you 2.
So not only are we say this is
Dr. D, yeah.
so I do it like that.
I give you,
I can just do it like that, I think.
yep, I give you 2.
So with Dr. D, we actually save time too, right?
Yeah.
Not
No,
only-
we don't save time.
We don't.
We both use our hour.
Well, I know we have an hour, but we could.
But now
we make less
what's
than an
happened?
hour.
Now what's happened?
You make less than an hour.
So now I've traded 2 thing 1s for you to you, and you've traded 2 thing 2s, or I've traded 2 thing 2s to you, and
And I gave you 2 thing 1s.
so now I
I
have
traded. I didn't
have
get
4 thing 2s
I get
and
4
2
thing
thing
2s.
1s.
And 2 thing 1s.
Am I better off or not?
Well, yes, because now if one is water and one is food, then you've got both.
Because it would have taken me 15 minutes to make those 2 thing 1s, so I end up with an extra thing 2.
Yeah, and we saw that with the squares.
But that does that make you better off?
Well, yeah, because I didn't have anything 2s before.
Well, but you could have made thing 2s.
Oh, I could have made things.
But when you were making thing 2s,
But if I
when you were making
did,
both, how many did you make?
But if I did, that would be over an hour, and
Yeah.
we're only counting it within a limited time. We're
So you get more than an hour's worth, and I get more than an hour's worth.
right. So it's better to have you do it and do the 10 minutes,
Yes,
and it's actually I'm supposed to be 50.
that's good.
Oh, we're all at a 10. We're all using 10 minutes apiece. Oh my goodness, I didn't see that before.
We're efficient.
We are efficient.
And we're getting more. I'm getting one more thing too.
Yeah. And I'm getting one more thing one. No. You're getting one more. You're getting what? You're getting one more thing one. I'm getting one more thing two.
Right.
Okay.
So what we could do though, I'm getting the same amount of thing ones that I would have got when I was mixing. Remember? I would make 3 of these and 2 of those.
But you're getting one more thing too.
I'm getting this is like a bonus thing too.
That's a bonus thing too. It's a bonus. Oh, it's not gonna stay up there.
That's okay. A bonus thing too. You used to have 3 thing ones and 2 thing twos.
Yeah, because we added up to
You're
5.
getting
I'm getting a bonus thing one. Yay! We're awesome.
So we're both better off.
Trading is the way to go.
Right, so when you are absolutely better at making something than I am, it's in my interest to let you specialize in it. And when I'm better at something than you are, it's in your interest to let me specialize it.
Right, because
And
I
then
get
we
more.
can
And
exchange and
We're
we
both better
both
off.
get more. Right? That's the secret of trade. This is why you don't want to cut off trade with countries.
Right.
You know, you don't want to stop Germany from making cars because we get more cars. You don't want to stop Japan from making cars because we get more cars. Right?
Yeah.
We're better off.
Yes.
We specialize in the things we're good at. And the United States is exceptionally good at making pharmaceuticals.
And even if you're really, if you're really good at everything, we're talking about that next time.
So, what happens if you're like the US and you're good at making everything?
But we're not.
Yeah, we are.
Really?
Yeah, we're good at making everything.
Well, there we go.
Yeah. We might have an absolute advantage in everything.
Well, then we should make everything, cut everybody else off.
That's right. We just close our borders.
Yeah.
Yeah, put up a wall.
Yeah.
2 walls.
Probably.
Yeah.
We take 2 like on top of each other.
Yeah, tall walls.
And down below, maybe 3.
Yeah, 3 walls.
Yeah.
We make walls, close it all off.
And so if we close it all off, then we
lose
make
nothing.
We make everything better, but we can make fewer of everything because there is a limitation of time no matter what, even if there isn't a limitation of resources other than time.
So we're going to talk about what happens next time.
Stay
We're going to
tuned.
go from absolute advantage to comparative advantage.
Comparative.
And that we're going to have to calculate opportunity costs.
When we talked about that last time.
Uh-huh.
We talked about opportunity, so we're going to have to calculate opportunity costs next week.
Oh, yes, we will.
So you might want to, if you want to learn this, you might want to review the
Get your
first one.
calculator. Your opportunity cost calculator. You can buy them at Walgreens.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Or there's an app for it.
I wouldn't know about those.
So
Yes.
in a nutshell, we did it.
Absolute advantage.
We talked about absolute
Specialization
advantage. Specialization.
and exchange or trade.
So
Yes.
I hope that makes some sense to you. It made more sense to me with some kind of a visual aid because I'm beginner in this stuff. Very beginner. It's not my absolute or comparative. I'm not advantaged here. So if you're not advantaged here, maybe this will make sense for you and you'll understand some of the things that go on in the world a little bit better than you do, or at least from a larger perspective.
Uh-huh.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Please subscribe, please like, please share, please comment. I'm Sarah D.
I'm Dr. D.
Make it a great day.
Namaste.